Hello and welcome to the big picture. The election fever is picking up all over the country as the general election to the Lok Sabha is inching closer. One of the states which is witnessing the fever rising rather rapidly is Uttar Pradesh. The decision of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad to perform a 20-day Ayodhya Yatra called the Chaurasi Kos Yatra from Sunday, despite the Uttar Pradesh government's decision not to permit it, is already heating up the atmosphere. The Yatra, which has the backing of the RSS and the BJP also, is seen as an attempt to revive the Ram Temple agenda. Uttar Pradesh, which witnessed communal polarization in the 1990s leading to the demolition of the Babri Masjid, has always been a sensitive state when it comes to communal incidents. It is interesting to note that the communal incidents have been on the rise in the state ever since 2009, with apparently over 450 incidents reported resulting in 105 deaths. As recently as 2 days back, there was another communal incident in Muzaffarnagar where 2 people died. Today we will discuss if Uttar Pradesh is becoming a communal battleground once again and what impact it will have on the politics of the state in an election year. To discuss this, I have with me Kamal Farooqui, Secretary of the National Secretary of the Samajwadi Party, Shantaram Naik, Congress MP in the Rajya Sabha, Arjun Meghwal, BJP MP in the Lok Sabha, Vijay Bahadur Singh, Rajya Sabha MP from BSP. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Farooqui, I would like to come to you first. Mr. Farooqui, we are told that this is a yatra which is performed, every year. It goes on peacefully. We have not heard of any controversy surrounding this kind of an yatra in the past. Suddenly, why has this become so controversial that the government has decided to ban it?
Number one, it is not correct that it is being performed yearly in the same magnitude which they are performing right now.
But they perform every year.
Right, but it's a very localized kind of thing, very localized kind of thing, because UP is basically a religious state wherein every week, every month we have got some religious ceremony of some of the religion or the others. We recently had that Kamadiya for almost for 1 month it is going on, and it went off very peacefully. Now, why it is
not very peacefully? There were some communal
it's small. Always it happens like this because it's a big unorganized kind of things, and the roads etc. are being fully jammed. Something or the other happens, but no major clashes happen, fortunately. But this time, why actually we are getting suspicious about the whole thing, that they have got a definite plan. When Mr. Amit Shah came over there, the first thing he said that hum mandir yahi banayenge, right. Which is absolutely not possible when the court case is going on. Now afterwards, the VHP and other people who are up to now, almost for the last 13 years, they were sitting absolutely idle. Suddenly, they have started showing their faces again, and now they are saying, in the guise of this parikrama, they are also saying that they will be building up the movement for the construction of Ram Mandir. Here is the problem. If you are having the religious ceremony, nobody can stop it. Nobody should stop it. But under the guise of this parikrama, you are already declaring it that we will be building up a pressure for the construction of the Ram Mandir. Absolutely, it is not possible. And the other lie which they were spreading, that they had, Mr. Mulayam Singh had agreed for some kind of mediation.
Yes.
Which immediately he came out. How can I mediate anything when the court already stopped? Nobody, any Muslim or Hindu or anybody, nobody can touch anything. Nobody can go even beyond what the Supreme Court has said. Nobody can do anything on the, and mind it, the 2 judges are already sitting over there. They are observing each and everything, even the tarpaul which was right over there. When they said nothing doing, we ourselves will be managing, and whatever has to be done. Now under these circumstances, is it fair on their part? We were very happy that they were talking about the development agenda and whatnot. Okay, we'll see you in the election what development you have done in Gujarat and how it will be done in UP. But once you start building up this communal flare-up, I think this is very unfortunate. Country cannot bear these kind of things at all. We cannot allow the communal flare, because it is not the UP alone. If God forbid anything in happy, entire country would be suffering, and we cannot afford it. The common man, whether it is Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Isai, they don't want these kind of the matter is pending in the court. Let it be said.
Let me get Mr. Arjun Meghwal in on this. Mr. Meghwal, this is that every year it happens, but though the Congress General Secretary says that normally this yatra happens in the month of April, somehow this time the VHP has decided to have it at this point of time. One second thing is as Mr. Farooqui says, that no, as long as this yatra was happening without any political tinge or political agenda behind it, there was no problem. Don't you see the problem now is that this yatra seems to have a political agenda?
See, first of all, I want to clear it. It is a program of the VHP, Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Is it not a program of the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Your party,
how you can say it is a political program?
Mr. Meghwal,
It is a totally religious program.
No, Mr.
And
Meghwal,
it is a program of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad.
Mr. Meghwal, you have to listen to me for a minute, for a second.
Yeah.
Mr. Rajnath Singh, your party president, has given a statement yesterday supporting the yatra, and he said that the BJP is behind it, and he has also appealed to the Uttar Pradesh government to lift the ban which they have imposed on the yatra. So there is a very clear, your own party president has come out in the open and supported the yatra.
Supporting the yatra is something different, but it is not the program of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is a program of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He has organized a 84 Koshi Yatra, and it is a religious program. I think how they stop it, I can't understand it. My party president Rajnath Singh totally categorically told that we have a development agenda this time in 2014 election.
Yes.
And the Ram temple is our faith. It is not our agenda. He has told so many times categorically to the press and the public.
That is right. But what has Mr. Rajnath Singh said in a statement yesterday? He has said that this yatra is a very important yatra. We are behind it, and both Mr. Rajnath Singh and Amit Shah, who is your party's UP in charge, are talking about it, talking about Ram Temple, and supporting this yatra in the same breath. Don't you see a political agenda in that?
And then I told you that the support the yatra is a different, because everybody is free to proceed for a yatra or for parikrama. Because if in India, a Hindu can have a liberty to have a offer to Ram. Hindu has a liberty, Muslim has a liberty, Christian has a liberty.
Absolutely.
If some Hindu or Hindu Parishad start a yatra, how you can stop it? That is why the issue, but it is not a political agenda.
It's not a political agenda. Yes,
My dear friend, you cannot, we are not so innocent that we will not be in a position to understand what the VHP stands for. We have seen it pre-demolition of Babri Masjid, and even now we have seen it, that it's a family concern. It's a total family. It's a Sangh family which you are doing it. You are tactically you are doing something through Bajrang Dal, something through VHP, and BJP will be supporting it, and overall supervision will be of RSS. Nobody, you cannot fool the nation anymore.
Okay, Mr. Vijay Bahadur Singh, do you see this? How do you see this this program which is being talked about? The VHP has, they're planning to bring people from all over the country. In fact, this, as long as your government, the BSP government was in power, somehow we didn't see any controversy. Do you see a link between the coming elections and what is this program of the VHP? Because in the previous years we didn't hear about any controversy over this yatra.
Listen, kindly see the focus of the discussion of to evening.
Yes.
What I was told, whether the Uttar Pradesh government or the people of Uttar Pradesh is bending towards communal politics. That is the main topic. Now I may tell you, whenever in the states the dominance is of a regional parties,
Yes.
then there is always shortcut to get votes. Can you just appreciate? There is Sammelan called Brahman Sammelan. There is Sammelan called Chhatri Sammelan. There is Sammelan which is called Muslim Samaj Sammelan. And above all, there are so many Sammelans of so many castes. Why? The Bharat Mata does not have any caste. But in the regional areas, which is Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, which is commonly called as the cow belt,
Right.
they give more emphasis because the agenda is not of development, agenda is shortcut to get the power. You see,
No, no, that's
both
not-
the parties who were in the power in the last 10 years, what was...
No, but
Now,
that
that is the
is
issue.
Mr.
Secondly, so far as...
Vijay Bahadur Singh, I presume, the BSP also is holding these Brahmin Sammelans and things like that. Do you see all this leading to this kind of a communal conflagration?
Listen,
Yes.
listen, today, before Rajya Sabha, whatever I am speaking, it is my personal views. I am neither authorized nor it is proper for me to reflect the views of any party, including Bahujan Samaj Party. Whatever I am speaking on personal behalf.
Okay.
Now I may tell you, I give you example. If this 84 Kosi Parikrama is taking place, the moment you use restrictions,
Yes.
the moment you use ifs and but, there is bound to be differences and problems. It is better rather to permit them a safe passage. Nobody will bother. See, in the days of Holi, I give you example, you will understand in a minute. A person, when I was student, who used to resented the color of Holi, got lot of colors and water. And those who participated, nobody touched them. So why today others are so sensitive on anything? You think the BJP will gain power? This is not fair. In India, there are so many languages, there are so many religions, there are so many sects.
Mr. Vijay Bahadur Singh, my simple and straight question to you.
Yes.
You think that what the VHP is doing, as Mr. Kamal Farooqui thinks that there is a political agenda behind this yatra. Do you agree with it or not?
No. What is the agenda? Why are you looking the things with a jaundiced eye?
Decide.
I give you straight way.
Let us not
If-
believe. Vijay bhai, let us not be so innocent and think about the whole thing. They have very clearly said, I'm not saying from my side. You can check the record. They have very clearly said that this is a prelude to building up the momentum for the construction of Ram Mandir. So don't you think that is agenda? Why this has not been, why they were not doing it for the last 5 years or 6 years on the same plan? Now they are using it because they want to again raise the passion.
Farooqui bhai.
And VHP,
Farooqui bhai.
VHP, everybody knows it. VHP, everybody knows it that is their game plan. They have always been doing it. They will be repeating it again. How can we allow this?
Mr. Singh, do you want to react?
Farooqui bhai.
Mr. Anchor,
Farooqui bhai, let
Please
us
come
have
to
the
me.
anatomy of this
Yes,
problem.
I'm coming to you.
Raj
Mr. Singh,
Singh,
Mr. Singh,
one panelist take 3 times,
Mr.
and
Singh.
he has still not come to me.
Mr. Naik,
Yeah.
I'm coming to you. Mr. Naik, the Congress runs the government at the center, heads the coalition at the center. How does the center react to these kind of things? What's happening there? Because the center should be equally, at least concerned about what is going to happen in Uttar Pradesh, the largest state in the country.
So the question is, first of all, I will tell you that BJP does not function through itself as a political party. It functions through RSS, it functions through VHP, Sanatan, and Vishwa Hindu Parishad. 3-4 satellite organizations. It functions through these organizations. And whenever time comes, they say we have nothing to do with the program of this organization or that organization.
Right.
But reality is this. Secondly, when I see VHP, I don't see only Ashok Singhal. I remember first Praveen Tagodia, who came to Goa a few years back.
Right.
He is the main spokesperson of Vishwa Hindu Parishad. And he said, by coming to Goa, Muslims
Mr.
are
Naik, we have to
Rahu,
be scared about
Christians are
Tagodia.
Ketu, and goddess Malsa had finished them, Rahu and Ketu. Now they have been reborn as Christians and Muslims, and you have to finish them. This is the message Vishwa Hindu Parishad gave to the people of Goa through Praveen Tagodia. So this is the style of functioning. They do not believe in the principle of secularism. They do not believe in the Constitution of India, and they would like to spread venom of communalism through such ideas by
you think-
preponing
Yeah.
their normal program.
Mr. Meghwal, there is a serious charge against you people. Do you accept the fact that as far as the BJP is concerned, the more the atmosphere becomes communalized, it is more advantageous to you?
I don't agree with the charges leveled against BJP or VHP by Mr. Shantaram Naik, because I have told you categorically, it is a program of Vishwa Hindu Parishad. The 84 Koshi Yatra, it is a usual program. Today they have stopped it, the momentum has gone. They have got the momentum.
Because
I
the
told
government has
you-
stopped it.
Because of the government of stopped it. Otherwise,
Yes,
it is a
yes.
usual program.
You are right.
Every Hindu is going for this yatra. Every Muslim is going for this Hajj yatra. How you can stop anything? If any person is belonging to a particular religion, then you stop it. It is not possible. It is not
No, I
fair.
tell you.
And it is not fair, rather.
I tell you.
Can I ask him a question?
Yes, please.
Can I ask him a question? How would you react if, unfortunately, which I'm sure Muslims will never do it, if Muslims under the guise of some urs or some yatra or something of that kind start building up the momentum, which is their right also, because Babri Masjid was demolished, that we are going there to Faizabad and Ayodhya to bring up a momentum for the reconstruction of Babri Masjid, which was demolished in 1992. How would you react to that?
You see, it is not a matter. You should not mix it.
Why?
Why? You should not mix it.
Why not?
I am telling that somebody
not?
is going to Hajj Yatri. You can stop it.
No, Mr.
The government can stop it.
No,
We
Mr.
will not allow to Hajj Yatri.
No, Mr.
It is a
Meghwal.
yatra.
Mr.
It is
Meghwal.
a yatra. It
No,
is a
Mr.
parikrama.
Meghwal.
It is a yatra.
Mr.
And it is a
Meg-
faith of Hindu.
No, Mr.
You cannot
Meghwal.
stop it.
No,
Don't
Mr.
communalize
Meghwal.
it.
One second, Mr. Meghwal. I'm sure nobody has any objection to anybody conducting a yatra, Hindus conducting yatra, or Muslims going on, wherever they want to go and things like that. But here the question is, when your party leaders, when the VHP leaders talk about the construction of the Ram temple.
Hello.
One
Please
second,
listen to me also.
Mr. Vijay Bahadur Singh, I'll come to you. Mr. Meghwal, when the matter is in the Supreme Court,
Okay.
this is something which has to be decided at the Supreme Court level. When pressures are being built up like this on the ground by the VHP and supported by the RSS and the BJP, that is where the concerns are expressed. Don't you agree with me that there is a political angle to this entire yatra now, which was not witnessed in the earlier years?
No, I don't agree. Because it is a program of Vishwa Hindu Parishad, they are free to do it. I don't agree. Our president has told the press also, this year our agenda is development.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Vijay Bahadur Singh, yes.
इनके एंकर का नाम क्या है?
Mr. Singh, you can please talk.
Let us not be. Please appreciate the thing quietly. I give you example. Tomorrow, if there is a yatra by Kamadiyas, thousands Kamadiyas are walking throughout northern India. Have you seen?
Yes.
Mr. Gentlemen, have you seen
Mr.
that Kamadiya?
Mr. Farooqui
And tomorrow-
mentioned about it.
Listen.
Yes.
Allow me to complete.
Yes.
Allow me to complete. I am giving you the reasons.
Yes.
And this Kamadiya Yatra, Mr. Togaria, Mr. Thakur Rajnath Singh, or anybody of BJP says they are doing excellent work and they adopt. Do you think you will stop the Kamadiyas going to the Haridwar and bringing water? So there are ways and means. I will tell you a very good psychological theory. If we stop,
Maybe
this
Mr.
flow of
Teacher,
the
no,
river-
no, Mr. Bahadur,
It
Don't
is-
teach us the theory.
No,
because
Mr.
we-
Vijay,
please,
Mr.
please.
Vijay,
No,
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 Mr.
no,
Vijay
if you-
Bahadur Singh,
no, it's
Mr.
not-
Vijay Bahadur Singh, I have a very simple question to you. One, we thought that you
No,
are a BSP
I'm-
MP.
if you-
Obviously, there seems to be. I asked you a question earlier about how come when your government, when the BSP government was there, this did not flare up as much as it has
But
flared
if you
up
will
now.
not allow me to, if you will not,
No, you didn't
don't
answer
tell
my
us the theory.
question.
देखिए, in a discussion, you must allow a person to complete what is his focus. By suppose one thing is very fair. If supposing some political leader says, "I support them," you will give a political touch. Never,
okay,
never.
okay. So you are saying that
Whatever
one second. Let me try to understand what you are saying. You are saying that if Rajnath Singh has said that he support the BJP, is supporting the Yatra, we should not take it as a support, as a political support.
Yes.
We should take it as a personal support. But okay. I'll Mr. Shantaram Naik.
And then no. Please don't put, sir. No. Please allow me to complete.
Very quickly,
If you
sir.
are not allowing me to complete, then you are dividing my discussion.
No, I am giving you all the
I'm
time.
quickly.
You are not coming to the point.
I'm giving the point, but you are not appreciating. I can only give you wordings, but not understandings. Listen to me what I am saying. Listen to me.
I am
What I am
listening, sir,
saying.
please say,
If
please talk.
any political party, supposing tomorrow, a big leader says, ki, I love the students of university unions, you will stop the unions. Because some political party is trying
Mr. Vijay Bahadur
to
saying
placate and get the support of the boys.
I think we are, I think you're trying to say something which you're not, which you don't want to say in so many words. It's pretty confusing. But anyway, let me come to Mr. Shantaram Naik. Mr. Shantaram Naik,
Yeah.
the issue is that we are talking
No.
about.
Don't act as a psychologist.
No, you wanted to give us a psychological theory. We don't have time for that. Let me get Mr. Shantaram Naik in on this. Mr. Naik, the question which we are asking today is:
These are not
Uttar Pradesh
these are the problems
becoming a
which
communal
cannot be
battleground? Is Uttar Pradesh becoming a communal battleground?
Yes, come
As
to that
we are-
issue.
The question is,
as far as because the elections are nearing, suddenly we see all these communal incidents happening, these kind of situation cropping up.
Now
how
VHP
how is the Congress going? How is the Congress
Yeah.
going to tackle this?
Yeah, VHP is trying to, unfortunately to say, God Ram as a candidate of the party in some form or other. It appears to be so. They want to field God Ram as a candidate of BJP. It's most unfortunate. They have drawn God Rama into politics.
You appreciate this logic?
God Rama into
Mr.
politics,
Girish,
which
you
is the
appreciate this
most
logic?
unfortunate part. And one thing can be used for political purposes.
Girish,
There is a
you
law
appreciate
on the
what-
matter.
Mr.
Anybody
Singh, let him
using
finish,
a
let Mr.
religious
Naik finish.
place, anybody using religious place for the political purposes commits a criminal offense punishable under the law. And that is what VHP is doing it, supported by RSS, BJP, Bajrang Dal and all others.
Okay, Mr. Farooqui, let me bring because your government is there in Uttar Pradesh. There is this feeling, or there is this there is a lot of talk about it every time. Every time that the Samajwadi Party government comes to power, the criminal incidents in Uttar Pradesh go up several times. Why does this happen?
Because you can understand it why it is so, because Samajwadi Party is being largely supported by the oppressed classes, backward classes, Muslims, minorities. So whenever this comes, and Muslims constitute 1/5 of the total population of the state. So whenever it comes, Muslims feel that it is their government. The other people try to change the whole thing. With all my respect to Vijay Bahadur Sahab, I have absolutely no problem if any political party is supporting one yatra or the other. But I have got serious problem when they say it, when they immediately say it in the same breath, that this yatra, it will be converted into a movement for the construction of Ram Mandir. Then it's an agenda. If they are supporting Kavadia,
There
I
you are
support
right.
Kavadia, no problem.
Mr. Farooqui, another question. The other feeling that Samajwadi Party is quite comfortable with the fact that the communal polarization
Absolutely
takes
not.
place
Absolutely
and
not.
this kind of communal atmosphere gets
Absolutely
built up
not.
because that it is convenient to you
No,
politically.
no, absolutely not. Because it will harm us also. Because why it will harm us? The moment once it comes out, everybody will be saying that, look, you are not in a position to control the law and order position. So it is bad for us, and we will not allow this. We will not allow the law and order go. And we are concerned about not only about our
Right.
state, we are concerned about the entire country, because God forbid, anything happens in UP, it will be
Yes.
a castigating effect on the entire nation. No, Bihar,
Oh, yes.
Bangla, all other places.
Yes,
So we
you are
don't want that. We want respect for the religious sentiments. Muslims are not raising their voices. Of course, their masjid was demolished in '92. They are not raising their voice. They are saying whatever will happen, we will go to the Supreme.
You will abide by the Supreme Court.
That is what actually. Why are you not saying it? Why
Mr. Meghwal,
Why VHP is not saying it?
Mr. Meghwal, why is it that the BJP BJP takes this kind of position when you are very clear that the Supreme Court, ultimately the Supreme Court has to take a decision, is why this agenda is being revived now at this point of time? Don't you see, I mean, is it not fair on the part of all of us to believe that this agenda is being revived because the elections are nearer and you want a communal polarization to happen?
We will definitely will obey the Supreme Court order. It is not the matter of the politicalize the issue. The Samajwadi Party has taken a lead to politicalize the issue because they want to polarize the vote. They want that Muslims should not leave us. It is the agenda. I say that there are so many yatra in the country. There are Kedarnath Yatra, there is a Amarnath Yatra, there is a 24 Koshi Yatra, there is a 4 Koshi Yatra, there is a 6 Koshi Yatra, there is a 84 Koshi Yatra. So many Yatra is going on.
Does any one of them have a political agenda?
How you can stop it?
Okay, Mr. Meghwal, unfortunately none of these yatras have attained the kind of political atmosphere which it has taken. Mr. Shantaram Naik, last words to you. The Congress seems to be caught between these two political parties in Uttar Pradesh. How does the Congress react to it? Does the Congress have a strategy to overcome this kind of criminalization which seems to be happening in several states, especially in Uttar Pradesh?
There is no need to have any special strategy for purpose of tackling this issue.
He says Ram is in the party.
Will
Bhagwan
understand
Ram.
what is the goal and what is the objective of VHP behind holding such yatras in a premeditated manner.
So you
He's
again,
scared.
Mr. Naik, so do you support the decision of the Uttar Pradesh government to ban this yatra?
I am saying people will understand what is the objective of this VHP.
No, but do you think that the banning of the yatra is the right decision taken by the Uttar
No,
Pradesh
I said people will understand.
I will reply
People
this.
will
government? You don't want to commit
who is
yourself.
right or who is wrong.
You ask me, Mr. Girish, you ask me this question.
Mr.
You ask me this question.
Okay, Mr. Singh, very quickly, do you support the
Vijay,
ban?
We
Yes.
don't support ban.
By banning
we want that yatra should.
Hello,
Okay,
why-
not you,
As
Mr.
usual.
Yes, Mr. Singh, very quickly.
listen, Mr. Very quickly, by banning 84 Rajya, you have given impetus to the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay.
You should not have banned it. You could have allowed it to pass quietly, and you have managed law and order problem. That's all.
Okay. on
By
that-
banning, you
I
have
think-
given the ball in their court.
I think on that note we have to end. We're completely run out of time. This is obviously an issue which is going to raise temperatures and the kind of temperature which was raised in the studio here. You can imagine what kind of how the temperatures will rise in the state. Hopefully there will be some sense and some senior sense will prevail and we won't see any communalization of the atmosphere there. Thanks to all my guests, Mr. Vijay Bahadur Singh, Mr. Shantaram Naik, Mr. Meghwal and Mr. Kamal Farooqui. Please keep watching. We'll come back with another issue on the big picture same time on Monday. Meanwhile, have a great weekend.